In this video, we've got a big update regarding today's high risk for severe weather. This is being recorded at 11:30 p.m. Central Time. So as the current severe weather is ongoing, we're going to be taking a look at today's severe weather for Saturday, March 15th. Before we get into this, go down below and hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel, but let's get right into it. We have a high risk that is now issued for areas of Mississippi and Alabama. This is a tornado driven risk, and we also have that moderate, enhanced, and slight risk surrounding those areas. So that's going to be your main area for severe weather today, with the most impactful weather being within that moderate risk and a little bit outside that enhanced risk for severe weather here. This high risk includes some pretty populous cities. This includes Birmingham, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Hoover, Alabama, and Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and some more. That's including over 2.7 million people just in the high risk. We've got over 9 million people in the moderate risk. That also includes high risk, and just about 13 million people in the enhanced risk. So millions of people are being impacted by this severe weather outbreak on Saturday. You can see this is a tornado-driven risk with a 30% risk for tornadoes within that pink area of the high risk. However, I do expect this to expand with the next update for Saturday. This is going to update in probably about an hour after I upload this video. This is going to be updating. I expect this 30% chance to expand a little bit, and then it's going to be, and they're most likely going to be issuing a 45% chance for tornadoes, which is going to be a purplish color, which is again rare. Typically only see a 45% chance once or maybe even twice a year. Sometimes not even during the year we see a 45% chance. So this is a serious threat. This black hatch area is, once again, you will see EF2 to EF5 tornadoes possible within 25 miles of a point. These percentages are within 25 miles of a point. So let's say you're right here and it's going to be 25 miles radius that you'll see a 30% chance to see a tornado today, while over here it's only a 5% chance. So a 30% chance is very high that you'll see a tornado within that 25-mile radius. Looking at wind threat, this has decreased a little bit. There was a 45% chance for those damaging winds, but it's down to a 30% chance since these will mainly be supercells, but there will be a line forming after those main supercells that will be causing more damaging winds than those lone storms. So do keep that in mind. You will have a chance for hail as well, a 30% hatched risk for significant hail possible within some of those storms. Again, tornadoes are going to be the main threat for this outbreak. And look at the summary here, reading real quickly. A tornado outbreak is likely on Saturday across the central Gulf Coast states and deep south into the Tennessee Valley. Numerous significant tornadoes, some of which should be long tracked and potentially violent, are expected on Saturday afternoon and evening. The most dangerous tornado threat should begin across eastern Louisiana and Mississippi during the late morning to afternoon, spread across Alabama late day into the evening, and reach western parts of the Florida Panhandle and Georgia Saturday night. Again, this is some serious wording in here. Low-level shear will strengthen midday through the afternoon, yielding potential for a tornado outbreak. And look at the latest HRRR run of the 03Z run. So this just came out a little bit ago. Here's your current storms that are currently producing some big-time tornado action over here in southeastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas. That's going to go throughout the night, potentially producing more tornadoes throughout the night as they head northeast into areas like Illinois. And actually, if we look at the current radar view, as I'm recording this video, we currently have some supercells actually developing across areas of western Mississippi. Some storms down there as well near Jackson, Mississippi. This one has a tornado warning on it, PDS tornado warning. So we're already seeing tornado action down here in Mississippi for Friday night, and there will be supercells throughout the night here that we can't ignore. There could be several tornadoes throughout the night here heading into Saturday morning across Mississippi. Kind of a pre-show to Saturday. There's also going to be morning convection across northern Mississippi, northern Alabama for Saturday. This is going to be early morning, 6 to 7 a.m. And moving forward, this is going to be 8 a.m. here, and I do expect some definite tornado activity happening in the early a.m. hours. So 8 a.m. here, you're already seeing a lot of tracks here. These are rotating updrafts, all these black lines you're seeing here. So a lot of rotation with these storms. These could definitely produce tornadoes throughout those morning hours. We're getting to about 11 a.m. now, and this is when the main show starts. You're seeing just kind of a cluster of messy storms up here with potentially embedded tornado activity. And then you get to about noon, where you're starting to see a lot of supercell development down here in southeastern Mississippi. These are going to be heading northeast, very speedy, about 70 mile per hour to the northeast. And ARRR just shows a lot of supercell development, some showing with hooks, which you only typically see on models before big tornado outbreaks. You see these hooks on some of these cells. You're seeing a lot of cells over Alabama here, a lot of cells over in central Alabama. Some are going to see several rounds of these supercells producing tornadoes. Possibly this is heading throughout the afternoon now, 3 p.m., and you're just seeing a line of supercells here with more supercells across Alabama. Very, very widespread convection here that the ARRR is showing. There may not be this many cells because ARRR has been tending to overdo it a little bit. But overall, this could definitely be the biggest tornado outbreak of the year today. Now, moving forward even more, it's going to be 4 p.m. And about 5 p.m. now, you're seeing, again, more and more clusters of storms here with, again, a lot of rotating updrafts within some of these clusters. These are just going to be cycling and cycling because there's so much vorticity in the air. There's so many ingredients down here that they're not going to give up. This eventually will become a kind of a messy line of storms heading into the evening hours. 9 p.m. You're going to see a line of storms here producing more damaging winds than tornadoes. However, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a few embedded tornadoes within this line throughout the overnight hours, heading to Georgia, heading to the Florida Panhandle. As you can see, it kind of breaks up, which could lead to some tornadoes throughout those overnight hours. This is going to be about 12 a.m. So Atlanta, Georgia, pretty much in the middle of that line. Tallahassee will be seeing some pretty wicked thunderstorms about 4 a.m. or so. And as you head again throughout those early morning hours, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., that'll be heading through southeastern Georgia and eventually out to the Atlantic Ocean. And looking at some of these significant tornado parameters here, these are maxed out values that you're seeing. And some of these spots are actual storms. So we've been seeing all day today maxed out values in these teal colors, and overall, just this entire area is showing extreme potential tornado activity that's going to be happening throughout Mississippi, Alabama on Saturday. Heading into about 4 p.m., you're still seeing a lot of maxed out values heading into the western portions of Alabama. 4 p.m., we get to about 5 p.m. And once again, across the Tuscaloosa area, you're seeing a lot of those values nearing maxed out. So this is, again, this model is showing all those ingredients together, showing you the potential for significant tornadoes. And we're seeing maxed out values, which is you rarely see. So could we see the most tornadoes in a day for 2025 today? Yes, we could. So make sure you have those tornado plans in place. Have multiple ways to get warnings. Best way to get warnings is your NOAA weather radio, your phone, and make sure not rely on outdoor sirens if you're living Mississippi and Alabama. Make sure you have the quickest plan to get to shelter because these storms are going to be moving really fast, around 70 miles per hour. You're not going to have a lot of time to take shelter when a tornado warning is issued. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit that like button down below, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you need any further updates. I'll be sure to answer those questions down below, and share this video with anyone that might be impacted by these storms. It's only March 15th. We're only 15 days into the storm season. This could be our biggest outbreak of the year. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.